In the forgotten towns of America, where old factories stand like silent giants and dreams feel heavier than the winter snow, a hero's story is often waiting to be written. This is one of those stories. It's about a man named Ethan Carter. He wasn't famous. He wasn't rich. He wasn't powerful. He was just an ordinary American living in a small Ohio town. But every morning at 5:30 a.m., Ethan would wake up before the sun. He'd pour cheap coffee into a cracked mug, tie the laces on his worn-out boots, and step into the cold morning air that always smelled of rust and wet pavement. He worked as a night security guard at an abandoned warehouse, a job that barely paid the bills. But while many around him had lost their way, Ethan carried something precious. He carried hope. Ethan grew up in that same town. His father, a factory worker, lost his job when the plant shut down. His mother cleaned houses to keep food on the table. Then, when Ethan was just 16, his father passed away from a sudden heart attack. In that moment, Ethan became the man of the house. He dropped out of college after only one semester. He simply couldn't afford it. Life wasn't fair, but Ethan never once complained. He pored over old books, took free online courses, and scribbled notes on scrap paper. His dream was simple, but it was powerful. I want to build something that helps people. One freezing night, while Ethan was on duty, that dream was put to the test. A fire broke out in a nearby apartment building. The alarm system had failed. Thick black smoke filled the hallways, and people were trapped inside. Without a second thought, Ethan ran toward the danger. He didn't hesitate. He broke windows, kicked down doors, carried terrified children in his arms, and guided elderly residents through the blinding smoke. By the time firefighters arrived, 9 people were already safe on the sidewalk, all because of him. Ethan collapsed, coughing and exhausted. The next day, the local news ran a small headline: "Security Guard Saves Lives in Apartment Fire." For a brief moment, Ethan was a local hero. But then, life went back to normal. There were no medals, no money, no new opportunities. Life just moved on. But something inside Ethan had changed forever. He realized a profound truth that night. I don't need anyone's permission to make a difference. He started looking around his town with new eyes, seeing the struggles of his neighbors, unemployed workers, homeless veterans, and young people with no direction. So he started small. Using his old laptop, he created a free online platform to share job resources, training videos, and mental health support links. He recorded videos on his phone, sitting in his small bedroom, speaking with raw honesty about failure, discipline, and the power of hope. At first, almost nobody watched. 5 views. 10 views. Most of them were probably his sister. But Ethan kept going. Every single night after work, he recorded one more video, one more message, one more lesson shared with the world. Months turned into a year. The bills piled up. His mother got sick. His old car broke down. One night, completely exhausted and frustrated, Ethan stared at his laptop screen and whispered to himself, "What's the point of all this?" He was on the verge of quitting it. But then he remembered the faces of the people he saved from the fire. He remembered the look of hope in their eyes. And so he kept going. Then one video changed everything. It was titled, "Nobody is coming to save you, do it yourself." In it, Ethan wasn't a polished influencer. He was just a man speaking from the heart. He looked directly into the camera and said, "I'm not special. I've failed more times than I can count. But I know this. If I quit, I lose for sure. But if I keep going, I still have a chance." Someone shared the video, then another person, and another. Within a week, that one video reached millions of Americans. Comments flooded in from New York, Texas, California, and from small towns just like his. "This saved me," one person wrote. "I really needed this today," wrote another. "Thank you for not giving up." Ethan's small platform exploded. Companies offered support. Non-profits wanted to partner with him, but Ethan himself stayed the same. He turned down offers for expensive offices and refused to become a fake motivational guru. Instead, he traveled across the country, speaking in schools, shelters, and factories. His message was always simple and direct. You don't need perfect conditions to start. You just need courage. And you need consistency. He helped thousands of people find training, get jobs, and rediscover their confidence. He wasn't a politician or a CEO. He was just a man who refused to quit. One evening, years later, Ethan returned to his hometown. He stood in front of the old rusted factory, the same place his father once worked. He placed his hand on the cold metal door and whispered, "We made it." That night, he uploaded one final video. His message was a legacy. He said, "A hero isn't someone with big muscles or a lot of money. A hero is just someone who keeps going when life tells them to stop." Today, schools teach Ethan's story. Not as a legend or a myth, but as proof. Proof that an ordinary American, armed with nothing but hope and persistence, can do extraordinary things. And somewhere, right now, in another small town, another tired person is watching his video and deciding not to quit. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that matter.